Well, yes, lamb chop. Yes, of course I'll get you a little witch hat. I know, I think you should have one. You've been practicing magic with me for a long time. Oh, hey, Tivvies, it's Psychic Bob. Woo! Well, welcome to WICCAN Wednesday. I'm just sitting here at Lamb Chop, and we're talking about my witch hat here, you know? So I got on my witch hat today. How you guys like that? Isn't that fun? Little magical stars all over it. I just love this. Is like my favorite hat. Lamb Chop said to me, he said, "Do I get to wear a witch hat?" I thought, well, why not? You know, we're gonna get Lamb Chop a witch hat too. What do you think? Huh? Oh my gosh, it's so good to have all of you here. Welcome, welcome to our show tonight. Make sure to go up there and give me thumbs up, okay? Anyways, I'm so glad you're here. Look, Lamb Chop, there's a lot of people here. Look, there's Robert Stevens is there. There's Baroness Colabobs with the blue wrench. Hey, Baroness Colabobs. Oh my gosh. She's our moderator today. What's a moderator? Well, she's going to help out in chat. So if you want to give donations or have a problem with that, you can just write her email or give her a little message. If you have trouble with working stuff on the chat, let her know, because we want everybody to be welcome to be participating. So hi to Baroness Kolovs. Look, there's Flying Light. Oh, Sandra Jessica's here. There's Volcanic Ice. Yay, Denise D is here. Yay. Jake Houston is here. Amy Radcliffe's here. Yay, Beach Sunsets is here. Oh my gosh. This is so cool. There's Volcanic Ice. Oh, wow. Isn't it wonderful? We got a lot of people here, don't we? Well, welcome to WICCAN Wednesday. I tell you, I love this day. WICCAN Wednesday is like one of my favorite days. I mean, I love to be with you guys any days, but WICCAN Wednesday is where I get to, just kind of unwind a little bit and have fun with you guys. I love doing psychic readings, and we, certainly had a great turnout. I want to say a big shout out and say thank you to all of you who came up to yesterday's show. We had an amazing time. Messages from the spirit world yesterday. Thank you for all of you coming out, all your support. Well, Lamb Chop and I are here, and we're just hanging out. I'm wearing my witch hat. I might have to get him a little witch hat. What do you think? All right. You want to go over there and sit down so I can talk to everybody? Okay. All right. Here. Sit you down. There you go. Yes. Sit over by the window. What's that? Oh, yes. Yes. Do look at the stars and let us know what you see. Okay. There you go. Thank you, Lamb Chop. Isn't he wonderful? Love my Lamb Chop. I'm telling you. Golly gee. Thank you, Laura M. I'm enjoying wearing my witch hat. My hair's flying everywhere today, but I want to show you this. I got this a few years ago, and I'm glad I bought it when I did. I have not been able to find one like it since. I actually bought this. I think I ordered it actually from China. I'm not a big fan of buying stuff from China, but I actually really like it. It's all black with gold lame stars on it. It really sparkles. A little bling. Hey, I'm all about it. I got to put a little starch in it because, I literally think I paid $1 for this, but it's held up for about 3 or 4 years here. But it's just a little wimpy. So I'm going to get some spray starch so I can keep it standing, keep my hat standing sharp. Little spray starch. Well, I'm telling you. Well, today we're going to talk about some cool stuff. We're going to talk about scrying techniques. And before we get into that, though, I have a very important announcement for all of you. If you are interested in joining this Sunday's special, we have a special class this Sunday, Psychic Bob's Inner Circle. I need you to send me an email to my email. You can go to my website, PsychicBob.com, shoot me a message there. I'm going to send out invoices tomorrow for that. It's going to be on Sunday. We're doing a special class on the Norse gods. And if you've been wanting to learn, about the Norse gods, like Odin and Thor and the whole pantheon, we're going to cover a lot of gods. You might want to come to this because not only am I going to talk about the history of the Norse gods, I'm going to teach you how to bring the Norse gods into your life if you like to work with them. And I'm also going to give my prophecies about the Norse gods. That's right. I have some prophecies about them. One of them is that the Norse gods are literally coming back to the earth. Now, I know some of you are going to say, oh, come on, Bob. Well, I can't talk about it here on YouTube now because of censorship. But if you will come to my class, I'm going to teach you all about what I really know. You know, the inner circle, it's limited to only 10 people. And I think I'm up to 7 or 8 now that have said they want to commit. So I've got like 2 spots left. So if you want to be in on it, you need to shoot me an email, okay? And we'll get you in. But in that class, I keep it small because we're going to teach for like an hour. I'm going to talk about the Norse gods and, answer all your questions about that. And then the second part of the class, we allow people to ask private psychic questions. So you actually get FaceTime with me in a real live setting where you can ask me your psychic questions and I answer them. So it's like getting a small psychic reading as well. And because there's only 10 people, you see what's intimate. It's a lot more intimate. You're not in front of thousands of people like on this show. So I'd love to have you guys come out for that. If I've got, I think, 2 Baroness Colabobs. We got 2 or 3 spots left. Anyways, check with Baroness Colabobs if you need some help with that. But I'd love to hear from you and get your email. And I'm going to send out invoices tomorrow. And as I said, that class is not on the website, so you need to write to me, and I'll have to send you out manually an invoice, okay? Eventually, we'll get it on the website, but for right now, it's just not on the website, okay? So I'd love to have you join us. Also, if you're interested in psychic development on Saturday, what do we got going on? On Saturday, we've got psychic development class. Every Saturday, I teach psychic development class. And this Saturday, we're going to teach on spirit voices, EVPs, as well as channeled voices and how spirit voices manifest. I would love to have you guys come join us for that. So if you're interested in psychic development, by the way, you don't have to have any experience to be in the class, in either class. The Saturday class is every Saturday. We have a different topic. Sunday, we meet only twice a month for the inner circle. Inner circle is more exclusive, and it's only twice a month, limited to 10 people. So if you want to get in on any of that, let me know. And let Baroness Colabobs know. If you have questions, she can help you as well. Okay. Well, I am so glad you guys are here, And today I want to talk about one of my favorite subjects, which is scrying. I'm going to say, what is scrying? Well, a simple definition is scrying is seeing an image in any sort of surface, whether a mirror, a glass, water. I'm going to show you some scrying opportunities and techniques that might help you, okay? But I thought first maybe we'd do a little reading from this book. This is a book I love called A Witch Alone, and it's by Marion Green. Some of you may know this. This is an older book. It's published in, I think, 1990. Anyways, it's written before the year 2000 because she talks about the coming millennium. So it's about a 30-year-old book, but I just love it. It's one of my favorites. This is one of the first editions. The cover, I think, is a little different, but it's still in print. City of Shadow Seas. Oh my gosh, $49.99. Thank you for your donation. I just got my EVP recorder last night, Bob. I'm going to be doing an EVP session later this evening. Started putting together my own paranormal investigation equipment pack. It's just the EVP recorder and my EMF meter for now. Congratulations, Sam. Oh, I love that. Well, that's going to be a lot of fun for you. And I really, wow, thank you for your kind donation. That really helps the channel. Well, I'm glad you're here and welcome. And on Saturday, we're going to talk more about voices. And, it's amazing. The spirit is always with us. See, one of the things I always say is all these mystical things, eventually science will realize that we psychics and witches are not crazy. They want to call us crazy, but there's evidence. And City, I'm glad that you're actually investigating and putting yourself out there and discovering the truth. You're going to get some amazing stuff, I'm telling you. For those who actually focus on developing their psychic skills, they do get results. So many people have written me and said, "Psychic Bob, I've been taking your class and I'm getting really more psychic. It's amazing." And you see, I designed that class so that it can be really something that connects you, But I'm so glad that you're here, and thank you for being part of it. Sam, thank you for your kind donation. It really helps. So let's take a little look here at this book, shall we? Okay. So, oh, hold on a second. I put on my glasses here so I can see y'all. All right. So this is from the chapter on the old crafts of divination and dowsing in a witchland. It says, another very old magical skill shared by witches and oracles was that of the far sight. In the witch's case, normally aided by something to stare into or at. Today, this is often a glass ball, occasionally the far more expensive rock crystal, but just as effective and far less destructive to the crystal mountains in America is a bowl of water or a black painted recycled clock glass. It has become very fashionable to use crystals for almost everything from scrying, the art of crystal gazing, to pendulums to other forms of divination, and for many types of healing. This is not to be encouraged for at least two reasons. First, the way that crystals are collected requires blowing up seams of rock, often deep inside crystalline caves. Crystals, like coal and other minerals, are a finite source, and the destruction of their habitats could be seen nearly as important as the destruction of the forests where wild plants and animals live. Lots of money is made by unscrupulous dealers selling magic crystals, which have been torn from their matrices after millions of years, to be sold as trendy wand tips or pendants and so on. If you want a crystal, yes, one for yourself. Go to the beach in Cornwall or Welsh Mountain and find one. Take care that you do not damage anything, for they can be found washed up by the sea or in rivers or mountains. Small crystal clusters are quite common in many forms of rock, from flint nodules, again from some beaches, to crystalline veins and many hard rock. Anyways, I'm going to skip through this. I was looking for this other section. Well, anyways, we'll just stop there because I can't find the section. I thought this was here, but anyways, what they're talking about is, many of the devices that people use today, they can also buy glass balls. This is actually a glass crystal. It's made of lead crystal. So no plants were destroyed, no rocks were destroyed in the process. But we just got another donation, $9.99. Thank you, City. City of Shadow C says, haven't started investigating yet, but I'm wanting to do paranormal investigations, looking into places around Springfield, Illinois that do paranormal investigations for the public. Wonderful. Well, thank you for your kind donation. Well, let us know what you find. I want to hear about it. I think that's great. Yay. Well, you see, so when we're talking about this magic, okay, you don't have to spend a lot of money. Nowadays, crystal balls are a lot more affordable. I think I bought this on sale on eBay. I think I paid $15 for it. But as you can see, it's a beautiful crystal, and it gives me a lot of deep vision. So I might encourage you to explore glass crystal balls rather than rock crystal. And I think the author of that book said, we don't want to destroy the earth, because Wicca has become so popular. There's a lot of people now exploring this. But besides the traditional witch's crystal, there are a lot of other options. So another option, a traditional one that Scott Cunningham always talks about, is the silver mirror. I have here a silver mirror. Can you guys see that? It reflects my image, and it's a wonderful thing. Now, I bought this little round silver mirror. Guess where I bought it? You're going to laugh when I say it. I bought it at CVS. That's right. I think I paid $6 for it at CVS. It's real glass, silver glass, but a wonderful magical tool. It's traditional when you use mirrors in Wicca that they be round mirrors, so you might get a round mirror. But this is a traditional silver mirror. One of the things that you do with this, you put it up. Well, once you get it, you want to cleanse it, wash it. Many people wash their magic mirrors with an infusion of mugwort. They take mugwort and steep it in water like a mugwort tea, and then they clean the glass with it. Mugwort is an herb that is infused with power for divination. So this is a technique you might want to get. So you might want to get a silver mirror and, use that. So what I'm trying to say is that, you don't have to spend a fortune, because I know a lot of people go out and they spend a lot of money. Oh, Billy Knock. Oh my God, $10. Thank you, Billy. God bless you. That's very kind of you. Thank you for your kind donation. Blessings. You are awesome. Your support means a lot. You guys really are wonderful to help the channel. And I do thank you ever really so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, Billy, I don't know if you were here earlier, but we're talking about divination tonight. And I'm showing some techniques of divination. So, as we were saying, there's a beautiful crystal ball. Now, you don't have to spend a lot of money. There are quartz crystal balls that you can buy, but they're very expensive. But you can buy a leaded glass ball, which will cost you a lot less. This ball, as I said, cost me about $15. Now, if that's too much money and you're on a real tight budget, because I know a lot of us are, it's been a crazy year financially for so many people. As I said, another option is a glass mirror. I bought this mirror at CVS for literally like $6. Now, it's got a plastic frame. It's not, the fanciest, but it is real silver glass. And that's what you want. Scott Cunningham says the witches of old never used black mirrors, that they use silver mirrors. I don't know what's the truth on that, but I myself, I like the silver mirror once in a while, but I'm really a black mirror person. And so let me show you also one of my little black mirrors. I can't find my large black mirror. I think it's in storage as I've been moving stuff around my house, because I don't use the larger one. And I'm working on an even larger one. But here's my little travel mirror that I always have with me. And it's done of black glass. Now, if you go to my videos, you can search for a video where I show how to make these, The mirror that I was working, in fact, today what got me thinking about this is Baroness Kolbos was with me. I'm working on restoring my giant scrying mirror. I have a giant scrying mirror that is literally about as big as this circle. Do you see how big this is? Massive, like 3 feet wide. Actually, it might even be bigger. This is like 4 feet diameter. I have a giant glass mirror, black scrying mirror, that big. So it's had some damage, and today I've been restoring it. And then I've got a new stand. I'm going to install it in my temple room. And when it's done, we're going to start doing seances at the big giant scrying mirror. Do you guys like that? That's going to be something, I think, very dramatic. Scrying mirror installed. We're going to start doing seances there. And I have a massive, it's big, probably actually even bigger. It's bigger than this circle back here. See how big that is? So we'll start doing rituals and scrying at the mirror. Because see, the scrying mirror can be used for scrying, but it can also be used for magic spells. And we're going to talk more about that once I get that mirror done. I hope to have that mirror done in the next 2 weeks. So hopefully, as we get into March, we can start using it. Okay. So there you go. All right. So we've got the silver mirror, the crystal ball, the scrying mirror. And then we also have another technique, which, some of you have seen me use, which is the Scrying Bolt. Now, what's a Scrying Bolt? Scrying Bolt is a black bowl. You can see this is just a simple black bowl. And what you do is you add water to it. Let's see if I can do this here. All right, so I got a cup of water. We're just going to add some water to this bowl. Okay. Now, once you add water to the bowl, I didn't have enough. Hold on. Well, anyways, hopefully you guys can see. Oh, no. Hold on, guys. I just spilled water down my computer. I'm such a klutz. I really shouldn't do live stuff like this. Hold on a second, guys. I got problems here. Are you guys still with me? Are we still broadcasting? All right. Hopefully we're okay. I just poured water all over my computer. But you fill the bowl with water. See if you guys can look into that. And it creates a depth, a deep image that you can look into. And you can actually see, this is like a mirror. And you can get images in the water. So it's hard to show here. I actually need to add more water to it, but hopefully it'll give you a little bit of an idea. So a scrying bowl is certainly an option, you know. So you see, there are a lot of different things you can use here. Hold on, let me sit this down before I spill more water everywhere. All right. Now, for those of you who are always on the go and you say, you know, Bob, I love that, but I can't carry around a scrying mirror. I don't have a bowl that I can take in my bag. Here is another little magical technique. Hi, Robin. Robin Boston says, oh, that's interesting. Which one do you like, Robin? Are you interested in the water scrying or the mirror scrying? So now, for those of you who are always on the go, you could do this. This is another type of mirror scrying. What is this? This is a compact mirror. Hold on, I got glare on my screen here. This is a little mirror you can carry in your bag or in your pocket even, and it pops open. I bought this also at CVS, one of my CVS purchases, and it's a little silver mirror. I gotta clean it. It's a little dusty right now. So you can have a silver mirror that you keep with you. And this is another wonderful scrying device. You got a wonderful silver mirror to look into and to get images. And then when you're done, it just folds up, pops up. You can tuck it in your pocket or in your bag, and it travels everywhere. This is a great option. In fact, I encourage you, no matter what type of scrying you do, keep a little compact mirror with you. It's very magical. It'll help you along the way, you know. So Beardus Colobus says, oh my God, he nicked it out of my Louis Vuitton bag. Probably so, Cola. Oh my gosh. You know, I'm sipping tea while I'm hanging out with you guys. Robin says, I have a mirror, just like there's a compact or a large mirror, hun. Oh, Robin says she loves the water. You know, Robin, I'm sorry I couldn't show you better. I need to get more water. I don't have the camera angle, but hold on, let me see if I can bring this up. So basically with the water scrying, and again, it's hard to show here. I wanted y'all to see the effect. So once you get the water in the bowl, it creates like a mirror, and it looks very deep and you can go into it. It's really great for visions. Now, this is my witch's scrying bowl here. Let me just bring this up. So this is my witch's scrying bowl, and you can see it's got the triple witches, the maiden, the mother, and then the crone on it. Now, you don't have to have a fancy, you can have any black bowl will do, but this is what I bought years ago, and I just love it. It's very witchy. But water scrying is actually the original form of scrying that the witches used, because the early witches didn't have fancy crystals. They would go to lakes. And many of you know when I go to the New Ganges, where it's calm in some areas, I can scry there. So that's how the witches of old, they would go to lakes. But then they realized, well, gee, if they're traveling, they need to bring something. They can't bring a whole lake with them, can they? So they started creating other things like scrying bowls. And then many of the old witches had cauldrons, and those were used as scrying. Later on, they got, into the crystals and mirrors, but these are actually much later scrying devices. The original witches used water for scrying. And so this bowl, as you can see, is filled with water. And then the secret is you just sit back and just look into it. Just relax. The thing with scrying is you don't want to force it. Scrying is best achieved through relaxation, Beardus Colobus says, I've saw some weird things in the Black Mirror. I'm a big fan of the Black Mirror as well. And I've seen some interesting things. For myself, people say, what do you prefer? I think I really prefer the black bowl, the water scrying like I just showed, or the Black Mirror. I love crystal balls, but it takes me a lot longer. This is just me, and I'm not saying it has to be your way this way. For me, it's just harder to get a vision in it. It just takes longer. I think the darkness of the black mirror, just for me, draws me in quicker. That's just my experience. Some people tell me they can't use a black mirror, but they use a crystal. So there's no one way to do this, okay? Now, let's say that you're saying, I've tried the black mirror, I've tried the crystal. I don't know, Bob. I don't believe any of it. There's some other techniques. Have you ever thought about doing scrying with incense? This is a little incenser that I have. Isn't that cool? Look at the pinnacle. And you could put a little cone of incense in this and light it, and then just sit back and watch the smoke rise. Many times you'll see images in incense smoke. So I would encourage you to explore incense smoke. You just like look for cone. I think cones work the best for incense smoke because they give off more smoke than incense sticks. That's my experience. So get a cone incense burner. They're usually little round or triangular shaped things like this. They usually have a lid. They have little vents. You see the little star vents on this? And then you put your cone in light and you put this on, and then it draws smoke. It's like a vacuum and smoke rises. I don't have any cone incense here today to show you, but anyways, you can visualize, and you'd sit back and watch the smoke. Sometimes you'll see faces in the smoke, or you'll see like an image, or it'll look like a shape. You know, everybody has a different experience, but this is another way to do scrying that a lot of people don't talk about. Everybody talks about the crystal ball, but you can scry smoke as well, you know. John Michael says, what is the best incense to use? I would say use anything that speaks to you. Keep it a high vibrational one, like frankincense is very high. Musk is considered high, or myrrh, myrrh is high. Musk might be too sensual, but myrrh and frankincense are good, or sandalwood's always appropriate. Okay. So there you go. Now you can scry the incense. But now, what else can you do? Well, if you're like me, you're a bit of a pyromaniac, like you like fire. I've been fasting by fire since I was a kid. How about good old-fashioned candle scrying? Hold on just a second. Now, you could take a candle and light it, put it in a secure holder now. And you can sit back, and I'm telling you, this is a wonderful thing. Turn off all the lights in the room. Let's turn off our light here. And then we can sit by candlelight. And I'll tell you, when you go into the flame, it's very magical, and it will help you to see images. Sometimes you'll see the flame move. It'll talk to you. Sometimes you'll see other images inside the flame. Sometimes it will trigger you into a trance state where you see images inside of your head. There's no one right way and there's no wrong way to do it, Because somebody said to me once, well, Bob, I was using a flame like you said. This is in our class I taught. And they said, well, I didn't ever see anything in the flame, but I had a vision inside my head. And I said, does that count? And I said, absolutely, yes, that counts. So today we could just sit here for a few minutes. Let's just watch the flame. Let's just look at this. Just relax. Just see if you see something or get an image of some sort. Isn't that wonderful? It's so relaxing. Candle scrying is a wonderful way to relax as well. Robin Boston says, I love candle flames. Isn't that wonderful? So anyways, just something to think about here. Hold on, let me try some light. So you see there are a lot of different options. And we're not really limited, Now, there's another magical technique for those of you who are really earth energy oriented, I'm going to show you another technique you might want to consider. We call this herb scrying, or for you British people, herb scrying. In American English, we don't say the H, we say it the French way, herb, les herbes. And so herb scrying, all you need is a box of herbs. In this case, I'm going to use rosemary. Rosemary is a wonderful herb. It's all-purpose. And then you get a plate. And what you do in herb scrying is you take the herbs and you scatter them across the plate. Just randomly, just pour out a bunch of herbs. And what you do is you cover the surface of the plate, all right? Some people like to, when they do this, they'll also take their hands and mix it. Now, Scott Cunningham says you can do 1 herb or 3 herbs or 7 herbs. Always do an odd amount. That's the witch tradition. But as you mix the herbs on the plate, just stir them about and then just stop. Kind of like shuffling the tarot, okay? And then what will happen is you will start to see patterns in the herbs. Very fascinating. I've seen some amazing. Sometimes you'll see letters. You might see a face. You might see a picture. It could be like a house or a cat in the herbs. But you'll start to see images in the herbs. This is a wonderful mystical witch tradition as well. Hi, City of Shadow sees $4.99. Thank you for your donation. My meditation spot in the family room is directly in front of the fireplace. Fireplace scrying is a wonderful thing. Unfortunately, not many people have fireplaces these days, but if you have a fireplace, absolutely. That's a wonderful form of fire scrying and meditation. Very wonderful. Yay, thank you. Thank you for your donation and sharing that. So as you can see, when you look into the herbs, it's hard to show here because I don't have the camera angles right. Usually when I do this, I pre-tape it and have it above camera, but I don't have that. But you'll start to see patterns emerge in the herbs on your plate. This is a really cool technique of divination. I learned this from Scott Cunningham in his books. I had never heard of it before. And it was in his book, Magical Herbalism. And I think it's also in his Wicca Guide for the Solitary Practitioner. So, but studying herbs, this is a great way if you really connect to earth energies and plants and you love herbal magic, why not try herb scrying? I also have known people have go out and they'll pick herbs, like they'll pick mint leaves or different types of herbs. And what they'll do is they'll cast it on a cloth on a table and see if it shows patterns. That's another way to do it. But if you don't have time to go gather herbs, you just buy a store-bought box of herbs. Like this is rosemary. Okay. So you can't see the label. We got glare, but it's rosemary. And then just sprinkle it out. So I recommend you try this because I think that, with all of these different techniques, you'll find one that just really works for you. One that you say, you know what, that's for me. I know some of you here have been studying tea leaf reading. I think, Samantha, you were studying that as well, weren't you? Taseography. I think that's that tea leaf reading. I think that is. But the secret to scrying is, thank you, Amy Sue. Any Sue will do. Love you, Bob. Thank you, Any Sue. Wonderful. Hi, Citizens. I never heard of that. Wow, we'll definitely try. Yeah. Thank you, Volcanic Ice. She says, yes, it's in both books. I thought it was. I can't remember. I've read so many books over so many years, But I hope that, you will explore these because this will help you be more psychic. It's besides just being psychic and being able to get information from other dimensions and across the world, it's just plain fun. I love to play with my crystal. Sit down, see what I see, get images. I love working with my mirrors. I find it relaxing. And people say, well, if you talk to the spirits, you're a medium. You don't need to do all that, do you? No, it's true. I can still just talk to the spirits and get information. But for me, I feel like it's another way to take my abilities for sight and to take it to a different place, a new way of using, a new level of using it. And so scrying will help you to go within, to see images, to connect to your higher self. Many people have told me that they use their mirrors to connect with their spirit guides, that they'll look in their mirror and they'll see an image come through. Now, just a word on mirror magic or mirror work, scrying. It's if you're going to use a mirror, what you want to do is set it up in a room that has dim lighting, like put a candle on each side of the mirror, and then angle the mirror so there's nothing reflected. Like, do you see how that's like a blank reflection? You don't see other stuff right now. Here you can see my face and all, but if you set it up so it's more blank, you'll get a better thing. It creates a clear field for an image, and you want to try that, you know. So this is, I recommend this, you know. Tanya Solio says, Bob, how do you do water and candle wax for readings? I've heard that's an amazing way to read. Hi, Tanya. Yeah, well, what you can do is you take your, in fact, let me show you here. That's a good question. All right. So, oops, hold on. I got to relight my candle. So what you would do is you would have a bowl of water. Like we've got, I don't know if you were here earlier, but we used our bowl. We filled it. We're talking about scrying in water. This is actually a scrying bowl, but it could be used for candle magic and wax divination. So you light a candle, and as the wax starts to burn, you drip the wax in a bowl of water. So we've got a bowl of water here. So as our wax builds, it's going to take just a minute. We'll just hold your candle over. Now we already have wax dripping in the water. Now I'd recommend you use a lighter color candle, like, you know, white wax. This is a green wax, but some candles do better for this. I can't really show you this, guys, here this clearly, but it will drop wax into the water, and then you'll be able to see shapes in the wax. That's another technique that you can use. You see, so there are a lot of different ways to do that, but that's how you do wax divination as well. Good question. I'm glad you asked about that. Hold on a second, guys. I got to put this candle out before I burn my house down. There we go. All right, so we got a donation. $4.99 City of Shadow Seas. Wonderful. Thank you for your donation. Gosh. So you're working with tarot. I think that's wonderful. Tarot is a form of divination, but tonight really what I'm focusing on is more scrying. Scrying is getting visual images through physical objects, whether they're mirrors, crystal balls, plates of herbs, wax. You see? And I think it's a wonderful, a magical technique. So I hope that tonight you've gotten some help for this. If you just got here late, I might encourage you to go back and watch from the beginning, because, you know, we really cover like all these mirrors, crystals, smoke, fire, herbs, and you can see all of it, okay? But Tanya, I hope that answers that for you. Well, Canic Guy says, be careful, Bob. Don't do my trick and pick up the wax when it's still hot. Yeah, I know. You got to be careful with wax. Absolutely, you know. Well, I'm so glad you guys are here. And did you guys have any other questions about scrying? I can't stay on here long because I have readings tonight, but I did want to come here just for a little while with you guys. Good. Thank you, Tanya. Glad you got it. Understood. Anyways, well, you guys are rocking it. Thank you for being here. I'm curious, do any of you have a preferred scrying, like you love crystal balls and you collect them, or, you know? Nigella says, If I don't light candles every day, the home doesn't feel right. I'm the same way. I have kind of some candle rituals I do each day as well. When I do my scrying, well, when you see Nigella, when I get my giant scrying, it's literally bigger than this circle back here. It's going to be amazing. You guys are going to go crazy when you see it. It's a massive scrying, and it's so deep. Like when you go into it, it's like you feel like you're literally walking into a cave. And it's like that, I don't know, it's just amazing. People say to me, well, does size matter with scrying? I'd say that depends on the person, because for some people, if you have a big device, for some people, it's too distracting. Some people like something smaller. It doesn't really matter. It's to really individual purpose, because like here, this is an actual 80 millimeter crystal. Now I have larger crystals, and sometimes I prefer a smaller crystal because I feel like it can focus more. Sometimes a larger crystal will capture too many reflections and it's hard to get the lighting right. It just depends on the place that you're at, the circumstances, and what will work. This is why I always say, wherever you go, bring with yourself, maybe you make a little miniature mirror like this so that you have a little tool with you. Oh, another tool for Scribe, which I forgot to show you, is my necklace. Hold on a second. You can also buy these, which are Scrying Pendants. I bought this from a witch on Etsy last year. And it's an onyx scrying mirror. It's just a little onyx and silver. Isn't that beautiful? But it's a perfect little scrying mirror. I can just sit and really look into it and get a vision. And if you're traveling and you can't bring a lot of stuff, you could even wear a scrying, either crystal, but they make miniature crystal balls you can wear as pendants, or black mirror, make these little onyx pendants. Look up onyx pendant and you'll find it, So I recommend it. City, thank you for your donation. $4.99. Thank you so much. I have a compact mirror that I need to turn into a shell compact. The glass on one side is popped out. Yeah, I'm a big fan. I don't know if you saw earlier, I was showing the compact. This is my compact mirror. And I carry it in my bag everywhere I go. I don't wear makeup, but in case I ever did decide to wear makeup, which I'm not. But, I got it, so it can come in handy for a lot of things. But really, for me, this is a little magical thing. If you're traveling, your compact mirror can also be a sign of the goddess. There are a lot of Wiccans who put a silver round mirror on their altar to represent the lady. And that's one thing. If you don't have statues of the god and the goddess, you could have two mirrors. Have one in a gold frame and one in a silver to represent the sun and the moon. Hey, there's Beach Sunsets, $4.99. Thank you, Beach Sunsets. Glad I caught you live today. Appreciate all you do. Enjoyed hearing from you today. God bless you. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Thank you for your kind donation. That's very generous. You guys are rocking. Thank you so much. So as I was saying, yes, Sam, compact mirror, wonderful magical tool. Can represent the goddess. It can be used for scrying. It can be used as deflection of evil. I know one witch, when she travels, she brings a special mirror she has. In fact, by the way, you can have multiple mirrors, and I would encourage you to. Like, she has one mirror she uses, she calls it her deflection of evil mirror. And she said whenever she travels and stays at like a strange hotel, she brings out a mirror and shines its light around the room as a way to bless the room. So there's another use for the compact. I think compacts are great, though. And you've got a little magical tool, folds up, travels. I like mine sparkly and that cool looking. Looks like diamonds. So matches my cell phone. So I got a spark. I love everything sparkly. I got sparkly cell phone, sparkly mirror. Anyways. Hi, BMF. BMF, I'm not allowed to talk about that. So thank you for your concern, but I really can't discuss that tonight. Cola, you might want to talk to BMF. Okay, thank you. All right. But anyways, you guys are rocking it. So remember, you don't have to have a 10-foot high mirror. Now, when you see my giant mirror, you're going to be blown away. But that giant mirror, as much as I love it, it's not practical. It weighs like literally 50 pounds. I can't carry it around. It's solid glass. But I can carry a very lightweight, small, compact scrying. It does the same thing, you know. You guys rock. Well, listen, if you don't have any other questions, we'll wrap it up then. Psychic Bob's got to get ready for another reading here. But under eye concealer, also he has, I bet you. I'll never tell. You know, I say between facelifts and hair dye, nobody will know how old I am. I'm just kidding. I haven't had any cosmetic work, though everybody accuses me of having a facelift. I guess I'm lucky at my age. I still have hair and I haven't fallen apart. Well, you guys rock. Listen, City, thank you for being here. Thank you for your kind support tonight. I'm excited about your paranormal work. But I want to say thank you, guys. I'm getting ready for another reading, so I'm going to wrap it up. But Psychic Bob is here with you. I love you. Listen, keep it here tomorrow. Depending on our schedule, tomorrow's Thursday. I'm hoping to do runes tomorrow. I have a new set of runes coming. I don't know if they got here today. I got to check my mail. If they're not here by tomorrow, we'll do something different. But we're gonna do live rune readings. So many of you said you enjoyed that. So I thought on Thursday night at 7 p.m. we'll do another broadcast, live rune readings. If my runes don't come, we'll have something else. Just be here, okay? We'll have a lot of fun. But I want to thank you guys for being here. I hope you've enjoyed learning about different scrying techniques. And, put in the comment box below before you leave after this post. Put in, what your favorite type of scrying is. Or if you're new to scrying, tell me about what you're curious about with that. I'd love to hear from you guys. Well, listen, Psychic Bob's world of work never ends. I want to say thank you to all of you calling for private readings. I am still getting back to people. I have a little bit of a backlog. So if you try to reach out to me, I will get to you. Don't worry. I'm getting about 300 requests a week right now. So it's a little heady for me. So thank you for your patience. But I love you guys. And make sure to visit my website, PsychicBob.com. And make sure to go over there and register for this Saturday's psychic class. And if you want to do the Sunday, you can shoot me an email from there at the contact form. So let me know. I'm going to send out invoices for the Inner Circle for Sunday's class tomorrow. So if you need to get it in tonight, if you're interested. You guys rock. I love you. Thank you so very much. We'll see you back here tomorrow for 7 p.m. for Vlog Thursday, which I think we're going to do runes. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Lord willing and the creek don't rise. We'll have rune readings tomorrow. All right, guys, listen. Thanks for being here. Psychic Bob loves you, and we'll see you back tomorrow. And until then, may all of you always blessed be. Well, I got to put on my witch hat. It's WICCAN Wednesday. What do my clients will think if I show up my reading in my witch hat? Think they'd like it? Might just wear it today. All right, guys. Love you. See you soon. Blessings. Thank you for your support.